So it is the next morning and I've been thinking about the situation, and what I've decided to do is just give them another week. I'm going to wait a week. I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm going to believe that one of those swarm cells, or maybe that original big giant queen cell, hatched, went out, mated, or took some time to mate, or couldn't find a mate, or eventually mated and is going to try and get back in this hive. So I'm still a new beekeeper. You know, I'm at, not quite the end of my second season of beekeeping, and what I think is a long thought out decision, a logical decision, is not always the best decision for the bees. I understand that. And when I think of taking a lot of time to kind of wait and see, my long time is probably still hasty for the bees. So I'm just going to give them another week. The Carniolan queen was an attempt. It was my way of trying to just get a queen in there, because I always think for the worst. No mated queen is going to ever return here, and the hive is queenless. Give them another queen. I did a couple things wrong when I put that cage in there. Thanks to my amazing commenters, I've learned that I probably should have corked that queen cage before I put it in the hive. I should have not exposed the candy. Let them get used to the queen, let the pheromones sort of spread around the hive a little more. Then uncork the candy after it's clear that they're not attacking the cage, and then let her get out. So I think I let her out a little too soon. The other thing someone just commented on a video was that after she went into the hive, I should have just walked away. And, me, I like to go and look in and see what's going on, because I'm learning. And to me, when I go in the hive, I learn. That's just how it is. I can't learn by standing back. It helps to see what's going on. And the Carniolan queen could have flown off or died from a million reasons. But I should have just walked away after the queen went down in the hive. Probably shouldn't have gone through all the frames looking for her. I'm still learning. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I know a lot of people watching these videos are in my position and they make the same mistakes. And these videos hopefully will prevent other people from making these kind of mistakes. So, yes, I may have screwed up, but hopefully people can learn from my mistakes. So, anyway, we're here today, and after seeing all the nectar and pollen in that hive, whether they're queenless or not, they need more space, because there is still a flow going on here. So I'm adding supers to the hives today. All 3 hives are getting another level, because if the Italians are like that, the Russians have to be full too. So everyone's getting a medium super today, and that's what we're doing right now. Alright, I know that as of yesterday, this was all nectar at the top. And yesterday I put frames in the middle here that were empty. I just gotta have a look. I gotta have a look. Nectar, they're capping this frame. That's getting capped. Honey and pollen right there. All nectar. They're drawing it out. This is a beautifully drawn frame. There are no eggs. See, this is the kind of frame I'd see a queen on. They're drawing it out. There's a lot of activity, packed with nectar and pollen. Hold up. Hold up. Do I see a queen? Hold up. That looks like a friggin' queen right there. Is that a queen? Is she mated? How do I know that? She's walking around. She's not laying because there's no eggs in the hive. But that looks like a queen to me. Holy cow! What is happening? Okay, she's all over a nectar frame. Okay, go back in. I'm gonna just shut everything down right now. Everything is getting shut down. I can't believe that just happened. Okay. 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 There's a queen in the hive. I do not know if she's mated. I do not see any eggs yet. All right, queen, you have all these frames to lay in. Do your thing. You got 3 frames right here that you may lay in. Just let them draw this out. Okay? Okay. 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 Okay, okay, okay. Another box on top. Very heavy box. This is not brood, this is nectar. I'm going to just pull a few of these nectar frames up to the top and swap these out for empty frames so they can build higher, because this hive is slamming right now and they need space. Just put an empty frame here for them to draw out because they are good at drawing stuff out. They're in a groove right now. They got some new frames here. I know you guys hate when I move frames around the hive and disturb them, but you know what? These are just nectar. This is a super. I'm trying to bring them up. I'm trying to get them to draw this comb out because if I just saw what I think I saw and we have a queen in this hive, she is gonna hopefully start laying her little tail off and they're gonna need the room. Put a few new frames down low next to where she was hanging out. I brought a few nectar frames up to the top, put a few empty frames down in the 3rd box, and now we have a 4th medium box. Closing up. Walking away. What just happened? I'm doing a jig here. All right, so basically last night sucked. I opened up the hive. There was no carniolan queen. There was no eggs and no larvae. And yeah, last night sucked. So I'm thinking about all the problems up here and I'm thinking, well, at the very least, these bees are still working. They're still bringing in the nectar. They're bringing in the pollen. I got to give them a super and just let them keep filling that up because we are in a flow right now and there's so much going on. And I just thought if these bees don't make it or if I wind up combining them with another hive or whatever happens, like I can use the honey. They can use the honey. We can use the honey over the winter. So give them some space to expand. And being who I am, I just had to look. I just had to take another look. So I looked. And that was a queen, right? I mean, that was a queen. I don't know enough to know if she was mated. She looked pretty fat. She didn't look like a worker. She looked pretty fat. She wasn't laying. She was definitely all over the frames, like looking for a place to lay. But if that's what I thought it was, she maybe was just honey bound or something. Maybe there wasn't enough space in there. So last night I moved a bunch of drawn frames that weren't being used right in the middle, in the center of the hive. I think that was pretty smart to do. Today I put a super on and I moved a bunch of undrawn frames down there because these bees are just pulling frames right now. And yeah. So remember what I was saying at the beginning of this video. I was standing over there and I was saying, I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to just wait and see. So many times the beekeeping lesson I learned was to wait and see, was to just wait. And with this hive, you guys told me this spring, when Queen Balboa was not laying any eggs, you said, just wait, just give her a chance. And then bang, 2 weeks later, the hive was full of eggs. This hive exploded. I was ready to think about requeening, and I knew that this was sort of, I mean, at the time I knew that this was like her year. This is probably going to be her last season. So I knew I was going to have to requeen. I was kind of throwing ideas out there. So it wasn't like I wanted to kill her, but at the time I was a little hasty. You told me to wait, I waited. She built this hive up, bigger and better than I've ever seen. She left a big, fat emergency cell or supersedure cell or something behind when she died or was killed or whatever she did. There was a bunch of swarm cells that were filled, and it looks like one of those made it. It looks like we might have a successor, Queen Balboa's daughter. So in the end, if this all works out, I want to apologize to the Carniolan Queen. It was not my intention to put you into a lion's den to get murdered. I was trying to help the hive, so sorry about that. I'm out $30, and the queen was probably just sacrificed, and I feel bad about that. So, I guess this is beekeeping, huh? So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little series, please subscribe, and there's going to be a lot more like this in the future. I really, really appreciate all your comments. I am learning, but not just me, but thousands of people watch these videos, and they learn from your comments too. So please keep commenting. Please keep, smashing that like button, and stay tuned for part 6.